good. Let's see. Looks good here, I think. Oh shit. Wait, no, no, it should be good. It's not a turkey sandwich today. What am I eating today? I'm gonna adjust this in real time with my janky ass setup today for lunch. It's Costco's. Okay, I'm gonna look this up. You guys can look this up with me. I don't actually. I'll make it a little bigger. What am I eating today? Costco. Like rigatoni? Is that what they have? Rigatoni? Is that what it is? Rigatoni. Pre-made Italian meals. Yeah, that's what I'm eating today. I'm eating that. But it's like leftovers. Meatball and rigatoni pasta. That is what I'm eating today. Boom. I'm gonna go ahead and remake that big and fix this and waste everybody's Costco's meatballs and rigatoni. There we go. Uh, Today's it's just lunch. Lunch is Costco's meatballs and rigatoni. Take home and take and bake. That's basically it. So yeah, I still have this kind of, I don't know what my mic's called, but I have this rigatoni here. Rigatoni here. And then I have another fucking string cheese that I'm gonna eat like a savage. Oh god. Shit's hitting the fan at work. I'm not gonna go into too much, but I'm busy. It's fire season, so that's not fun for anyone or everyone. Everyone and anyone. It sucks. But anyways, I'm talking about this pasta. I personally, I personally love pasta. It's one of my favorite all-time foods. I am a red sauce kind of guy. Meat sauce, love it. Nothing wrong with like Alfredo sauce pesto, but I like reds. I like meat, so I prefer that. I'm like doing this while also doing my real job, which is very important. So, okay, shit just hit my mic. But yeah, so I love pasta. And I love all kinds of pasta, but I'm more of a meat sauce kind of guy. Um, and then when it comes to the noodles, I mean, I don't really have a preference. I would say, or yeah, no, maybe I'm a liar. Because I think it depends on my mood. Because sometimes you want to like slurp down some fettuccine or some spaghetti, but sometimes you want something like, you know, like penne or like ragu or rigatoni. So I think it depends on my mood. But what's nice about when you get things like this with the circles and the holes in them is they get the meat, the sauce stuffed and like shoved in there. So like when it's really stuffed in there and you take a bite, it's like an extra explosion of flavor. So it's great. I love that. And going back to the Costco pasta, for the price you get, I think when we were looking at the different ones available, I think they were all around like $21 and like each one had like six meatballs, pretty big, like size meatball. I don't know if you can really see it here, but they're decently sized meatballs, and then like a whole tray of pasta. Preheat oven to 400 degrees, cook for 50 minutes, and then you're good to go. So it's like really no effort to make, really easy, really simple. Um, these are leftovers. We were eating them. I think we had this for dinner last night or the night before. So this is 2 days left over, and right now it's totally fine, no problems with it. And when we had it for the first day, it's pretty good. The only thing I will say is I'm kind of liking it a little bit more now as leftovers because the noodles are a bit more firm. Yeah, the noodles feel a bit firmer to me, which is kind of like I guess closer to an al dente to me, which is what I would prefer. When I had it straight out of the oven, it was a lot softer, not much bite, not much give when you're chewing into it, so there wasn't much of an enjoyable chew or mouthfeel to it. The meatball was fine, decent flavor and texture. When me and my wife were talking about it, she gave it a 6 out of 10, and I wouldn't argue it. I gave it a 7 out of 10, and I gave it a 7 out of 10 because of the value you get from it, the ease and the value for all the food you get. But the reason I said I wouldn't argue the 6 out of 10 is because there's nothing wrong with it, but it's nothing special. Like, by no means is it like, oh my god, this is the greatest meal you're ever gonna have. Like, it's not by means like the best pasta, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with it because it's easy. It's for what you get. I think very affordable, and you could very easily make this better because I think in a lot of ways they make this because it's sold to a mass of different types of people who might have sort of restrictions on like I can't do a lot of spice or whatever sort of shit when it comes to eating. But for me, you could easily be while it's baking or before you bake it and throw it in the oven, you could do a bunch of shit to like make it better for yourself. Whether it's um, adding I don't know veggies to it, maybe some basil, add more cheese to top it off. My thing would be add crushed red peppers to give it some spice. Um, just different little things. I would have added, I don't know, maybe more meats to it. Something, maybe more pasta sauce, a more flavorful pasta sauce. But it's so easy to just take this and make it better, which is why I would give it a 7 as well. Oh man. So I've been wanting to do more things with this than just eat. But obviously, it's just lunch means I'm definitely going to be eating lunch. But it's kind of a shit week for me because I have so much to do with work and I do these during my work lunch now that doing even worse. I'm eating this with a freaking fork. I am blasphemous. But I want to expand this more as I do stuff during my lunch and make things more entertaining. But also as I can get my, setup fixed and taken care of. But right now things are just not great when it comes to what I have going on with my room setup and all that
this my office is the current black hole of where everything goes when we're don't know what to do with it yet or not ready to unbox it or clean it up and all that stuff. So it's a mess. My dog. Oh well, he's somewhere. Yeah, he's fine. But anyways, as I expand, things will be more varietous around here. Another thing I was just wanting to talk about because I feel the need to vent more than ever because I almost lost my shit over the weekend. Specifically, while I was trying to do moving shit and decorating shit, was I I like IKEA. Hey bud, what you doing? Okay. Um, I like IKEA. I'm not gonna say I love IKEA, but I like IKEA. I have fun going to IKEA, and I like their meatballs and their ice cream cones. I do enjoy their ice cream cones. But I do have some issues with their with their furniture at times. I do have issues with their furniture, and that's because I've had to build their furniture. We for our we've got two pieces in our new place that are IKEA, and one of them was actually really easy to build, and it was our new media cabinet television stand. What's up, bud? Wait, that was wrong. Hey, buddy. Hi, Matt. Why are you saying like that? Okay. And that was actually easy. I actually love the thing. It's doing really well. That's pretty great. Sorry, bang my mic. The other thing was just this little dinky ass two drawer shelf unit that I'm just gonna put like workout clothes and like mission. My wife hates how I say it. Miscellaneous stuff. Miscellaneous stuff. And that shit was harder to build. I was about to rage quit so many times. It was like 1:30 in the morning, and my like stubborn ass, I want to say it's like the dude in me, just did not want to not finish it. But I was over here like four different times was ready to kick the shit out of this fucking dresser because it was like pissing me off. And I don't know if you've ever looked at IKEA instructions. There's like no fucking words. There's no fucking words on an IKEA instruction booklet whatsoever. Like, there's pictures, and that's it. And then you kind of just got to figure it out. It's usually not too bad, but this time I was losing my shit. I was ready to like go in the backyard at 1:30 in the morning and throw this cabinet against the cement wall in our backyard repeatedly, and then deal with the repercussions in the morning because I knew I'd be like super upset with myself because I'd have to clean it up, explain it to my wife, then have to figure out what to do. Like I wasted all that money, and then have to replace. I'd still have to figure out what to do about my like drawer situation. Luckily, I found the sense in me to walk away because you do sometimes have to just walk away from those situations. So I did. Walk away, went to bed, came back at it in the morning, and then I humbled myself by realizing, those moments where you realize that you are the problem.
I had the box upside down. Like I had built it up to a point, but I did not realize that like I needed to flip it over. And then when I did so, I realized that all of the directions now made sense up and to the point where I was being frustrated. So it then took me another 15 minutes to finish everything, and then all is well. And my wife did a really good job of not making me feel any more stupid than I already felt about the situation. Because it was one thing for me to feel stupid about how angry and irrationally angry I get. Because I get like that with these things. There was also just like to know that like I had bitched about it so much to her that that night when I was like, let's just go to bed. Let's just go to bed. Because she had told me like maybe you should just stop. Maybe you should just stop. And I was like, no, I'm gonna fucking get it. I'm gonna fucking do this. I'm gonna fucking get it because I refused out of some sort of like misguided sense of like machoism. I guess I don't know. I refused to fucking give up. But I was already pissed off about it. So of course I'm not gonna get it because I'm already mad. I can't think logically. I'm gonna keep just pounding my fist against it. And then when you see it with eyes of clarity, you were able to just do it, and then everything was fine. And then you realize you're a fucking moron, and that was me. Great job, me. Anyways, the dresser works. I may or may not have to buy a second one because I don't know if that tiny dresser has enough space for all the crap I have. So there's that going on. I'm actually starting to get really full from these meatballs. The meatballs are pretty big. I'm not gonna lie. They're not the best meatballs. They're not bad meatballs, but they can get very filling, and I'm pretty full. But I'm not a big fan of not finishing what's on my plate. I also like look at that. Like that is not enough food to like put away, and I don't like throwing out food. It was really ingrained into me by my parents, specifically my older brother. My older brother beat that shit into me when I was about 10 years old about like not wasting food. Because of him, I feel like I put on a lot of weight because I just didn't want to be disrespectful. My older brother is my half sibling. All my siblings are my half sibling, but I didn't meet them until I was 10. They grew up in the Philippines. I grew up here in the States. And when my mother, bless her soul, petitioned all of them and got them to come to the States, they were living with us. And I used to be a picky eater until specifically my eldest brother, John, really beat that into us. It was like, you know, out of preference, like, why should I be picky when it's such a blessing to just be able to eat these things and have those options. Now, maybe if you downright do not like it, that is one thing. But I was one of those kids who just refused to even try it. So because of him, I started to try foods, and then I found out I liked everything. Like if it wasn't for him, I never would have started eating burgers with veggies and realizing, oh shit, like a burger tastes so good with raw onions, grilled onions, tomatoes, lettuce, and all that shit. You know, so I owe him the world for broadening my horizon and being like, I gotta at least try everything once. And then it was one time when we had dinner, home cooked dinner. I put too much on my plate, and that was my own damn fault because I'm a glutton. But I put too much on my plate without the intention of finishing it. I just wanted to put more on my plate. And my brother got mad at me because he was like, "Why did you get all that food if you weren't going to eat it?" And it was kind of like I didn't really have an answer. He's like, "No, you didn't get all that, someone else could have, and it would have been wasted. And I remember just being scared because he's over 10 years older than me, so he's in his 20s. I'm fucking 10 years old, and I'm like, I sure, yeah, I don't want to, yeah, okay, like I don't, fuck, you're a straight up adult. I don't want to be, I don't want to make you mad. You're like my cool older brother that I just met. I just wanted to be like, I wanted to gain their acceptance. So and at that point, I really did my best to finish whatever was on my plate at the very minimum. And then maybe I took that too far because I went through a lot of phases of pudging out, and I still do, of like eating too much because I don't want to waste food. Filipino Asian households, like I don't know, it happens a lot, but like I know for Filipinos in particular, um, you you always eat when you're offered. You go to people's houses and stuff. You always eat when you're offered because it is an absolute sign of respect to eat um, food, especially if it's home cooked. Like that is a no go. Um, Even if you're not hungry, even if you cannot eat, you gotta eat something. Um, just because it is a sign of respect. And I feel like my gluttonous ass always took it too far. I'm trying to be better about it. Keyword is trying. I'm not saying I'm better at it because I'm still a glutton, but trying. Oh god, I am so full though. I have like 4 pieces of this pasta, and it is hurting. I'm hurting right now. Oh Jesus, I want it to be over. And you ever just eat and want it to be over? That's how I feel right now. Sometimes I feel this way at Korean barbecue when you're at like the last order and you know you kind of fucked it up a little bit when you're like that's too much. That's a little too much food, but you don't want to be a bitch and you can't go back on it. And you also know you need to eat just enough of that last order so you don't get penalized and like have to pay for it. But also you also just don't want to be a bitch, so you want to clear the plate anyways. That's how I feel right now. Well, cleared the plate. I'm done. That was lunch. I don't know what I'm having for